Okay, let me put record.
All right.
Okay, I should be all right
Oh,
now.
Chastity is here. Okay.
Okay. I didn't get that message then when I click record, so I should be okay. Let's see.
Mom.
Yeah, I should be all right because now it's saying pause or stop. Okay.
Hey, Cassidy.
Yeah, she's here.
Ch
Chastity, that's awesome.
Chastity. Would you said Cassidy?
No,
Latoya is chastity.
Oh, Chastity. Sorry.
I know you said
that
you're giving
I'm
chastity a
sorry.
new name. I'm just
Fine.
briefly, Chastity, I'm just briefly going over this with Latoya because there was confusion of what she had to do. So I'm just showing
Oh,
her
I
what
was
it
gonna
what it.
say, are you gonna repeat this class so I
No,
can just,
no, no, no. I'm just
okay.
showing Latoya because
All right, no problem.
Latoya sent me just the first part. Then she started putting less than and greater than and whatever. And I said, no, you didn't need that. You just had to give me the item and the amount. So you see that, right, Latoya?
Yeah.
So that's all you had to do was just, that's the answer. Okay.
God help me.
All right. Now let's go to, we were on algebra.
Yeah, college math 3.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, college number 3.
Okay. Number 11. What is the answer? Was this homework?
Yeah. I said C, Miss Wilbur.
You
I don't
said
know.
C.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
sorry, I didn't do this.
You didn't do
Wow.
this? No? You
That
had
was
it, right,
homework,
Chastity?
Cassidy.
Didn't you have it?
Yeah, but I had so many things going on my brain this week. The
Okay, I can.
No,
test, and I
no.
had the
You had your therapy,
injection,
your
then I
therapy
was all over
going
the.
on.
Then I had my math homework that I still haven't finished. I have my
Okay.
math class tomorrow, and it was like too many things on my head. So
Yeah,
I
that's okay. That's all
bye.
right. We'll go through it. What did you get, Latoya? You said you had what?
I
C.
said C.
How did you get C?
Mm, I don't know. It's a equation problem.
Okay, it's of
But you
course
have to set it up. But
you gotta
I was
set it
leaning
up.
to, I was saying B because less than means subtract.
Yeah, but did you set up what they gave you based on the words in the problem?
Yes, 83 less than. So it's B.
It's not. You said it's B.
Mm.
What did you say the first
No,
time?
sorry. No, I see it now. The answer is A.
It's A.
It's A.
It's not A.
They're like you, Miss Bubba. Because
Okay.
the 83 is supposed to be in there.
All right.
It's a 83
Okay.
less than.
Let's just put in what's given. All right. Now we'll say, oh, well, they say boys are B. Let's just say let G equal, let's see, let G equal girls.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And B
Equal boys.
equal boys. Okay. Now let's just put the little b like they have so we don't get confused here. Okay, so the number of girls is 83 less than the number of boys. So what would G be equal to? Translate that to the math. What would that be? G equal what?
$83.
No, it says number of girls is 83 less than twice the boys. So that means the 83 is subtracted from what?
2B.
That's it. 2B. That's twice the boys minus 83. Okay. So that expression, number of girls is 83 less than twice the number of boys. That means number of girls, 83 subtracted from 2 times, that's twice the number of boys. Okay. Now, what else do they give us?
Equal to 59.
What's equal to 259?
The class.
Tell me the math expression or the equation. The equation using B and G. That would be
Total.
B what?
B
Plus
plus
G equal what?
259.
That's it. Very good. Okay. So there's your equations. B plus G is 259. Now you see G can be expressed here with the 2B, right? So if we substitute, let's see, substitute G in the equation, B plus G equals 259. And if I do that, what do I get here, Latoya? What does this become? This is the equation I'm substituting in. Tell me, what do I get? What's G equal to? Right here.
2B.
Yeah. So if I put, instead of G, if I put what? 2B minus 83 for G. Okay. Take G out. So what is the answer?
I thought it was B.
Yeah. Answer B. Okay.
Yeah, but you scare me and make me change my answer.
I didn't make you change. That's all to make sure you knew.
I know it's B because I remember when you tell us less than means subtract. That's the part I remember.
That's right. So the answer is B, because B plus 2B minus 83 equal 259 is exactly what B has. But you put the variables for girls, the variable for boys, and then you put what they gave you, 83 less than twice the number of boys. That's what this equation is. Number of girls, 83 less than twice the number of boys. The sum of boys plus girls is 259. But since we know G in terms of B instead of G here, because we want to get it down to one unknown, we can take this 2B minus 83 and substitute it for G. So that becomes B plus 2B minus 83 is 259. Any questions on number 11?
I don't understand them.
Okay, let's go back over it. Okay. The number of girls is 83 less than twice the number of boys. That means, Chastity, you will subtract 83 from the multiplication of 2 times the number of boys. That's what twice the number of boys means, okay? That's what this equation right here is saying girls equal to 83 subtracted from twice the number of boys, 2 times the number of boys. Is that part clear?
So we subtract 83 from what?
We subtract 83. It says 83 less than twice the number of boys, but twice means multiply by 2, right? So twice the number of boys is 2B, 2 times the number of boys, and then subtract 83 from it. You
So
follow?
how do we know how much is the boys? How do I know how much is twice? Because it says twice the number of boys.
We don't know what the number of boys is. We just know that the sum of boys and girls is 259, and we know that the number of girls, if I take 83 subtracted from 2 times the number of boys, I get the number of girls. We're not trying to find any numbers here. We're just trying to set this up as an equation. If we knew the number, if we could actually solve for the number of boys right here. We could add the 83 to both sides add B to 2B and get 3B, and then divide the sum of these two by 3. But that wasn't what they asked us.
Oh, okay. So
Uh-huh.
that's why I'm
They say
confused.
how many boys and girls are in that class, and they just want you to select the equation that you could use to find the number of boys and girls.
Yeah, sometimes they just want you to know to
Yeah,
set it
it's
up.
like a setup. Yeah, a lot of problems, especially with people that may be taking actually the TAS and some of the CUNY problems. They are setup problems. They're not asking you to find, you know, the value of a variable. They just ask you to set it up where you could find it.
Okay.
Okay. If it had asked you how many boys and girls are in the class, and they would have given you the numbers here, like boys equal 20, girls equal 240, whatever. They would have given you that as possible answers. But they gave you the equations that you can use to find the number of boys and girls in the class.
Right.
That equation is B. Okay.
Okay. So he's finding the equation. That's what the one.
Yes, you find an equation that you can use to calculate the number of boys and girls in the class. Because if you calculate B here, and knowing that B plus G, boys plus girls, is 259, then you could find G. But they didn't ask you that. They just
Okay.
want you to pick out the expression that you can use to find the number of boys and girls.
All right. Got
Okay,
it.
you got it?
I
Okay.
understood the question.
Yeah, that's the question. The question is to set up equation for finding the number of boys and girls. And we had to use what they gave us to find that, like the number of girls, 83 less than, this is the equation right here, girls equal twice boys less 83. And the sum of the students, which are boys and girls, is 259. So boys plus girls is 259.
All right.
You got
All
it?
right. Thank
Yeah, they just want to make sure you can set it up. Okay, number 12, Latoya, which one of the following equals a negative number?
I said B.
You say B. Which one would you say, Chastity?
Oh, let me see first.
Take a look at it. Which one would you say, Chastity, is a negative number? Which one of these expressions is a negative number?
Hold on. Let me see. Look at the number.
Latoya, you said B, right?
Yeah.
Latoya said B. Do you agree, Chastity?
I'm thinking negative number.
Like the first one, what do you get? -5 plus 9 is what? When you add a -5 and a +9, what do you get? Chastity?
Uh,
Unlike you subtract, keep the number with the biggest absolute value.
is that plus 4?
That's correct, +4. All right, what about the second one? What's a -9 and a +5?
That's plus 4.
No.
No.
You still do subtraction.
-4.
Minus 4.
-4, that's right, because you subtract, and the biggest number is absolute value is 9. Well, look at it this way. You have more negative and positive, so your result is negative. Here you have more positive than you do negative, so your result is positive. And what is 9 plus 5, Chastity?
14.
That's it. That's 14, which is plus. Okay, what about 5 plus 9? 5 plus a -9 plus 4. What's that?
Mm,
What's 5 plus 4?
9.
And what's a 9, a plus 9 and a minus 9?
0.
Negative?
No,
0.
0. Remember I say when you're adding and subtracting same value, you get 0. Minus 9 plus 9 is 0. Minus 100 plus 100, 0.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Yeah, yeah.
minus 5 plus 5, 0. Okay, now what's the next one? 9 minus a minus 5.
14.
Is
How
it
did
a
you get? What is it, Chastity?
positive plus 14?
That's right, plus 14. Okay, so if you look at all these, what's the only one that's negative? This one, B. So Latoya is correct. It's B. B is the one that gives you a negative number.
Miss Barbara, you have -1 for B. It's -4.
Which one?
The
The
answer
B?
you put, it's -1. For B, it's 4.
Isn't that a minus 1
You
The minus
know,
4.
4.
for B?
Yeah, it's not -9 plus 5 is 4. It's not 1.
Oh,
It's
I'm
4.
sorry. You're right. I have 4.
Yeah.
Correct.
Just give me one
Okay.
second. Just
Minus 9 plus 5. 5 from 9 is 4. And I have more negative than positive. So it's a minus 4. Correct. All right. So all of them are positive except B, negative 4. Questions? Okay, let's look at 13. Latoya, did you do number 13?
No.
You know how to do it?
I think we have to find the area.
Right, okay. So area, very good. Good start. So area equals what? For a rectangle.
2L plus 2W.
No, that's
No,
perimeter. Length
length
times
times
width.
width.
Right, always square. Multiplication. Okay, so what's the area of the lawn? What do I substitute in here?
Go 40.
40. Okay, so 40 feet times what?
30 feet.
30 feet. What's that equal to?
120.
120. You got 2 zeros there.
Oh, sorry, 1200.
1200 square feet. Okay. So he mowed the lawn. He cut all except for a rectangle that is 20 feet long and 15 feet wide. So what's the area of the lawn that was not
Uncut.
mowed or uncut? Okay. What is the area of the lawn? Let's see. Okay, how do I find that? What would area be equal to?
You're gonna multiply
Yes, multiply what?
20 times 15.
That's it, 20 feet times 15 feet. And what does that give you, Latoya?
Um,
20 times 15.
350.
What? What's 2 times 15?
30,
And
300.
it's 300, that's right. 300 square feet. Now, what was the question? What fractional part of the lawn remains uncut? So we know the area of the lawn was 1,200 square feet. We know the area was not mowed, and that's the uncut. They said uncut. All right. That's 300. How would we find the fraction, Chastity? How would we find the fraction that was uncut? Chastity?
I think she said step away.
Oh, okay. Latoya, how would we find it?
You gotta divide
Divide what?
300 300 by 1200.
300 square feet. Oh, I don't want it there. Okay, so we have 300 square feet divided by what? 1200.
1200, yeah.
What does that give you, Latoya?
1/4.
1/4.
The
So
answer
the
is A.
answer is A. Answer A. Okay. Very good, Latoya. You're zipping right through these. Chastity, you understand
trying.
13?
I just came back. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, Latoya will explain it to you. Go ahead, Latoya. Explain 13.
So the area of a rectangle is length times width. So they said he was mowing a lawn 40 feet long and 30 feet wide. So if we find the area of a rectangle, we gotta multiply 40 feet times 30, which gives you 1200 square feet. And then you have to find the area of the lawn that was uncut, was not mowed. So the next part of the problem is a rectangle. He said he has got all except 20 feet long and 15 feet wide. And then they ask you what fractional part of the lawn remains uncut. So you're gonna multiply 20 feet times 15 feet, which gives you 30 square feet.
No,
And then to
300.
find,
No,
yeah,
Latoya.
300, 300 square feet. And to find the opposite of
No, the
multiplication,
fraction.
the
No, the
fraction,
fractional.
to find the fractional, you gotta divide. So we're gonna divide 300 square feet divided by 1200 square feet, and they want it in fractions. So it's gonna be a quarter, which the answer is A.
Questions, Chastity?
Thank you so much. No,
Okay.
she
Yeah,
very well.
very good. Right. Because you could just cancel out these zeros and get 3/12, right? You can
Mm.
cancel out
Mm.
the zeros and just get 3/12, which is equal to 1/4. You know, when you have zeros like this, you can simplify your work because you've got 2 zeros here, 2 here, just cancel them out. 3/12, which is 1/4. Questions? Okay, let's go to the next problem, number 14.
This one was tricky, Miss Barbara.
It
This one
was?
almost caught me. But then
Well,
I have
this
to
is
remember.
This is PEMDAS.
Yeah, that's why I said shoot. I was like, yes, I gotta remember my PEMDAS. So I was like,
Okay,
oh,
let's see
crap.
if Chastity remembers. Chastity,
Oh
what's the
no.
first step?
She said, oh,
What's the
No, I don't remember.
remember PEMDAS. What does
Uh,
PEMDAS mean, Chastity?
I will have to go over my notes.
Parenthesis. I start you off. Parenthesis for P. What's E?
Hold on.
Exponent. And M is what?
Hold on.
Multiplication.
Multiplication,
Division.
division, addition, and subtraction.
That's right. So
yeah.
parenthesis, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. That's your order of operation. So what would you do first here?
It's C.
Chastity is going to tell me, right? Chastity, what do you do? What would you do first?
D. Divide by 3 on both sides of the equation.
Parenthesis, first.
Oh, we have to, okay, so we gotta multiply 2
Yes,
by parentheses x plus 3, right?
that's it. So your answer is what?
C.
Answer C. That's it. Because that's the parentheses, right? So you're gonna do that first. 2 times what is in parentheses. So 2 by x plus 3, which is 2x plus 6. 2 times x and then 2 times 3. So that's the first thing you would do. Okay. Another problem with somewhat like a setup problem, you didn't ask you to solve it. It's just testing to see if you know order of operations. All right. That's
Just as
14.
it's a, whew,
Okay, let's go to, okay,
number 15, Miss Barbara.
yeah, I'm just gonna put it on the on the other side. Okay, 15. This expression is equal to which of these expressions?
You gotta factor it.
Okay, so tell me what to do. You're right, Latoya, you gotta factor it. So tell me what to write. You starting off right. So what do I do? What does the numerator become? What can I factor out in the numerator? In other words, what is common in these two expressions? This x squared and the 5x. What is common?
X.
X, right. So let me just put x.
Okay, be safe.
Okay, x. All right. Now, so what goes here? For the x squared, what would I put here, Latoya?
X plus
X. So this would be x times what gives me x squared? What would I put right here?
X.
X, that's right, because I'm factoring out x. Then what would I put for the 5 minus 5x? That would be what?
5.
5, right, okay. All right. Chassie, you following the factoring?
Yes, they're following the factory.
Oh,
She said the factory.
well, no, it's, let me write it here. It's factoring. You pulling
Oh,
out the
factoring.
factoring. That's okay. That's
Following the factory.
that's all right. I knew what you meant, but I just
Oh
want to put
God.
it
No,
factoring.
you really didn't know because I was thinking about, okay, factory. My mom used to work at factory years ago. Okay, so it's following factory that
Factoring.
said that.
In other words, we're pulling out the terms that are in common with this expression. There's an x here and there's an x here. And an x times x gives x squared, and an x times a minus 5 gives a minus 5x. Now, let's factor this next expression.
Thank you, Miss Latoya. Wow.
Okay, let's factor out x squared minus 5. What two expressions can I multiply and get x squared minus 25? I'm just putting the parentheses here. You tell me what goes in the parentheses. Okay. Chatsy, do you know
X
what
plus
two expressions can I multiply and get x squared minus 25? Well,
No.
I start you off. You'll have an x and you'll have an x, right? Now tell me what else you'll have.
25.
No, what are factors of 25? What two numbers multiply to give me 25?
5.
5, that's right. So I'll have a 5. Let's put a 5 here. And I'll have a 5 here, right? Now let's put the signs on them, okay? Now, to get a minus 25, what must be the sign of the 5 and the 5 here? to get minus 25, what must be the signs on the 5?
One must be plus and one must be minus,
Right. Tell Chastity why.
because the negative times a positive give you a negative.
That's right. Chastity, you understand? The plus 5, Latoya said
Five.
plus 5 and minus 5, right? Because, and she just said, and I'll just put it over here, a plus 5 multiplied times a minus 5 would give you a minus 25. Because unlike signs multiply to give you negative, plus times minus give you negative. So you know this is going to be a plus and a minus to get a minus 25.
Okay.
You okay?
Yes.
All right. So we went ahead and put our x's here because we know x times x gives x squared. The
Yeah.
5 times the 5 gives 25, but to get a negative 25, one of the 5s must be plus and one must be negative. So you're going to really get a minus 5x and a plus 5x, which you're going to cancel out. Okay. Now, this is what this looked like. Now, how can we simplify this? Chastity, how can we simplify this? You want to look for something in the numerator that's also in the denominator. So what do you see in the numerator and that expression is also in the denominator?
Sorry.
Look here and look here. What expression do you see? The exact expression in the numerator and also in the denominator? You're looking here, right?
Yeah.
What expression do you see in the numerator and that same expression in the denominator?
X squared.
Chastity? No, I'm looking right here, Latoya.
Oh, it's 5.
No, expression. I didn't say a constant. I didn't say a variable. I said expression. These are expressions right here, expressions. So what expression is common to both the numerator and the denominator?
X.
That's variable. I said expression.
Oh,
5.
That's constant.
5 minus 5.
Expression. No. That's still constant. It's a negative, but it's still a constant. What expression do you see in the numerator and that same expression in the denominator?
X plus 5.
You see a x plus 5 in the numerator?
X minus 5.
X minus 5. You have an x minus 5 here and you have an x minus 5 here. So they can cancel each other out because they divide to give you 1, right? So what do you have left? You have x. And what is this over? This is divided by
5.
what?
The answer is
X plus 5. X plus 5.
the answer is D.
So answer D. Chastity, you follow?
Yes.
Okay. See, once you factored it, then you have something in the numerator and that same expression in the denominator. That's x minus 5 and x minus 5, which divided by itself gives 1. So that just leaves you with x in the numerator and x plus 5 in the denominator. And that answer is the same as D.
So yeah, so I was right when I said you gotta factor it because
Oh,
When
yeah.
I did it regular, I get A.
Oh, you did. Oh, you did. Yeah. But
But then I
you're
said,
right. You
crap, I
had
have to factor it.
yeah, you have to factor it. That's right. You got to
God,
factor it. Okay.
help me.
That's the key. And factoring is really pulling out expressions that are common. You see an
You see,
X
I
here.
always say,
Go ahead, Latoya.
yes, I say you always have to go back to basic.
You're
I'm
right.
telling you, no matter
Absolutely.
what you do, I don't care trigonometry, everything across the board, you have to still know basic math.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And you look here, you see a X here, that's in common. So you can factor out the X. The X squared minus 25, you can factor into two expressions, X plus 5 times X minus 5. Then you see something in common in numerator and denominator, X minus 5. Divide it out gives you 1, and you're left with X over X plus 5, which is answer D. Factoring is a powerful tool, and several problems require you to factor to get an answer, you know, of the choices that might be given, because they normally multiple choice. All right, let's go to 16.
We didn't have that one,
Which one?
number 16.
No,
My
but
paper, so
you know number 16. I'll put the general formula. You answered something like this before, Latoya. Slope intercept, y equal,
I don't see it. Oh, oh,
you see 16?
yeah, I see
Y
it now.
equal
X
mx
plus B.
plus b. And m is what?
M is the slope.
Slope. Okay, m is the slope. And
I went over this.
you remember this, Latoya? You remember this,
And B is the
Chastity?
Y intercept.
No, I don't remember going through this.
No, we did, and you said the same thing. That I don't remember this.
Chastity, you need some rosemary tea.
Yeah.
We went over this before. You said, "Oh, I never saw this," and that's when Latoya said this is the slope intercept formula, where y, this is from your xy coordinates, you know, where the y is the vertical and the x is the horizontal. Okay, so y is mx plus b. M represents the slope, b represents the y-intercept. So you just take this equation right here, and m is the coefficient of the x, and the constant is the y-intercept. You follow, Chastity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if that is true, now you can pick out the answer, because you know the slope is what for this equation. What's the slope?
MX? No, M.
Well, the m is what? Let me just do this. Y equal minus 3 half x plus 4. Now, what's the coefficient of the x? Chastity, what's the coefficient? The coefficient is the number in front of the x. What is that number?
Oh, I'm not sure. Like my mind is not there right now.
No, what number do you see here in front of the x?
In
Right
front
here.
of the X, 2.
No, that's a fraction.
3
Minus 3 halves.
minus 3
I'm
halves.
using this slash here instead of the dash. See, minus 3 halves, that's the coefficient of the x. That's our m. You follow?
Yes.
Minus 3 half is our m. So let me just put it over here. M equal minus 3 halves. So that m is our slope. So what is our slope, Chastity?
Mm, 4 plus 4.
No, the 4 is, remember, that's our B. That's the B. The slope is the number in front of the X, the coefficient, we call it. So what is the coefficient in front of the X in this equation? What do you see in front of the X?
A plus.
No, this number right here. What is this number right here? Right here. What is that? This number right here in front of the X.
3 over minus 3 over
Minus 3 over what? Right here. What is it?
a half.
Yeah, minus 3 over 2. This is a minus 3/2. That's your coefficient. That's your slope. That's your M. So when you look at A, B, C, D, which one says slope minus 3/2?
We have D.
That's it. Can only be B, right? Because they don't have that anyplace else as a choice. So that means your slope is a minus 3/2. And what is your y-intercept?
4.
4. That's right. That's your B. So your y-intercept is a 4 and your slope is a minus 3/2. So it can only be B.
Okay.
Okay, so you look for equations in the format of the slope intercept formula. This is the general format. Y equal mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept.
Okay.
And if you see a minus slope, that means the slope is decreasing. So if you had the line, it's going to be coming down instead of going up. The slope is decreasing for negative slope. Okay.
Okay.
So this one, remember that formula, y equal mx plus b. M is the slope, coefficient of the x, and b is the constant, the y-intercept. The value of y when x is 0. That's what it is by definition.
And so remember it, Cassidy, if you see a problem with this with
Chastity, not Cassidy.
sorry, Cassidy. if you see the y by itself, then you know it's a slope intercept. Because y
Okay.
always be by itself. It always at the front. It never changes. So once you see the y equal, it always the slope. That's it. So remember.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so because you'll see equations given in this format just to see if you know what the slope designation is. In other words, the coefficient in front of the x, and the constant is the y-intercept.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, now we have an inequality. Remember I say you could do inequalities just like you do equals, equations. So what are you going to do first for this one?
You're gonna minus 5.
You're going to minus 5?
No, you're gonna add like terms.
Well, you want to combine your x's and you want to combine your constants. So what are you going to do first, Latoya?
You're gonna say 4x
Okay,
plus 6x.
Why are you going to say 4x plus 6x?
Can you combine in like terms?
Yeah, but okay, let's put this here. Okay. Okay. Now you're going to combine like terms. So what are you going to do first? To get your x's together, what would you do first?
You're gonna have a minus 5.
No, let's do our x's first. What are you going to do to get all your x's on the same side?
Add them.
Add them. You want to get them on the same side. You have a 4x here and you have a 6x here. How do I get the 4x over on the right side?
Minus.
That's right. I have to subtract 4x from both sides of the equation. Okay, if I do that, what do I get, Chastity?
Subtract
If I
4x
from both sides, what do I get on the left side? Well, I'll put it there. Okay, we said subtract. Okay, so I'm subtracting 4x. So that's minus 4x. And I'm doing the same on the right. Minus 4x. So what do I have left on the left side, Chastity?
4x plus 5.
I'm subtracting out the 4x. So a plus 4x and a minus 4x gives me what?
A minus.
Plus and minus of the same value gives 0. Could be variables, could be combination numbers, variables, could be numbers. So a plus 4x and a minus 4x will give me 0. So what do I have left on the left side?
A plus 5.
That's right, just a plus 5, or I could say 5, right? So let me just put, and on the right side, let's put that in. So that's 5. Okay. So what's the 6x minus 4x?
So 2x.
6x minus 4x is what? Subtract the coefficients. What do you get?
A
Go
2.
ahead. 2 what?
2x.
2x. That's right. 6x minus 4x is 2x. So let's just write that. Okay, so we have 3 plus 2. You said 2x, so we subtract it out. So that's 2x. Okay, what do I do next? Toya, do you know what I do next? I'm going to put this on the next side.
You minus 2. Wait.
What do I do?
Minus 3.
Minus 3. So you're going to subtract 3 from both sides. So let me just put this here and subtract out the 3. Okay. So we subtract, and I'll put it here, minus 3 and minus 3 on the right, minus 3. So what do I have on the left side, Latoya?
X plus 5.
Left side, 5 minus 3.
Yeah, 5.
5 minus 3.
2.
2,
Sorry.
right? Okay, so let me just copy this. And you tell me what I have on the right.
2.
So I have what left here on the right side?
2 greater, less than or equal to.
Okay, what's left on the right?
Plus minus 3,
A +3 and a -3 give you what?
0.
0. So then what do I have here? What do I have left?
2x.
2x. That's right. 2x. So that's 2x. The +3 and -3 is 0. So I have 2 less than or equal to 2x. All right. Then what do I do next?
You gotta reduce it.
What? What do you see in common there? 2 less than or equal to 2x.
2.
2. So what will I do with the 2?
Divide it.
That's it. Divide both sides by 2. Now, let me take this is not an equation. This is an inequality. Equations have equal. Okay. So let me just take out the equation. This is divide both sides of the inequality. So I'll just say just both sides. Okay. Now if I divide both sides by 2, what do I get, Latoya?
1.
Okay, so I get 1 on the left. And what do I get on the right?
1 is greater than or equal to x.
Okay. 1. Okay, that's less than or equal to x.
No, the sign change, Miss Barbara.
Yeah, I know.
The
But
sign
this is
change.
this.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be greater
you're right.
than.
Yes, I know. But
You
when we
flip the
did what?
sign when you
Absolutely.
divide.
That's right. So
Yeah.
when we get 2 divided by 2x, 1 divided less than or equal to x, this becomes what?
1.
Oh, what does it become?
1. 1 greater than or equal to x.
Yes. So now, let me just, okay. So this becomes x, and the inequality changes to greater than or equal to. So let me just copy
Yes.
this. Okay.
Wow. And just pull out that one.
Yeah. And this.
I know when you divide, you flip the sign.
Yeah, that's right.
How much you have to remember? Jesus God.
But see how you're remembering it? Yeah. See, 1 less than or equal to x, then that's x greater than or equal to 1. So that would be what answer?
I think it's B.
Answer B.
That's what I chose.
That's correct. So with the inequalities, and that's where you see the greater than or equal, less than or equal, you could do the same thing like you do with inequalities. You can still get your like terms together, get all your x's together, get all your numbers together. All right. So like Latoya said, when you divide, you're going to flip the inequality. Instead of less than or equal, it becomes x greater than or equal to 1, and that's answer B. Questions? Any questions on number 17? And I took out that equation because equations have equal signs. And this does not have an equal, it has an inequality, less than or equal. Latoya, what's the answer to 18?
Wait, Miss Barbara, I have a punch out. I have a punch out.
Okay.
All right.
Chastity, what's the answer to 18? Chastity, number 18. Well, we'll wait for Latoya. She has to clock out.
Mm,
Chastity, you know the answer to 18?
not really.
Number 10 is raised to a power between 0 and 1. So you're saying 10, let's see, 10, and we're raising it to a power. Okay, let's put, and that power is 0. Okay. So we have 10 to the 0. And 10 to the 1 power. Okay, so that's 1. So that's the way the number look. 10 to the 0 power and 10 to the 1. So the answer will be between the numbers that you get from 10 to the 0 power and 10 to the 1 power. So what's 10 to the 0 power, Chastity?
10.
No. Remember the rule, any number or variable raised to the 0 power equal 1. So any number variable raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. So 10 to the 0 power is equal to 1. So let's just put this here. So 10 to the
Barbara,
0, yes. So this is equal to
I
1.
need to use the bathroom, all right? I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Miss Barbara. My daughter's in the bathroom. I haven't been able to use the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
See, we have only one bathroom. This is a problem.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Now she's telling me, so why didn't you use the bathroom before? Why were you there just holding it? Well, I need to use the bathroom now. Like, and she's still in the bathroom.
Well,
Just give me 1 second, okay, please.
okay, no problem.
Hello?
Okay, Latoya, number 18. What's the answer?
Oh, hello. Which one?
Number 18.
I'm not seeing it.
You don't see 18?
Oh, I just see, I thought it was number 17.
Number 18.
The number. 10 is raised to a power between 0 and 1. The answer must be between which two numbers?
Remember, any number raised to the 0 power is equal to 1, right?
Yeah,
What's 10 to the 1 power? What's that equal to?
0.
No, 10 to the 1 power is 10.
10?
Yeah,
I'm not good in scientific notation.
yeah, it's equal to 10.
10.
Right. So what's the answer? What's the
B.
answer? That's it. Very good. Answer
Yeah,
is B, because 10 to the 0 is 1, 10 to the 1 is 10. And so the answer between 1 and 10 is B.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. I'm a genius in math.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Latoya.
I'm beating the college math.
You are
I
a
do the college math.
you are a super genius.
I'm
Where's the noise
down to
coming
the
from? The
task.
static. Where's
I said,
this?
oh, I'm outside. I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So you got number 18. Now look at number 19. Tell me what that expression
I
that
don't see it, Miss Barbara.
19, you don't see 19?
Oh,
Which of the following best describes the statement in the rectangle? The statement in the rectangle, 7x plus 9. Where would it fall? A, B, C, or D?
it's an expression.
Okay, that's correct.
Ooh,
All right. Answer
I'm back. I'm sorry.
is D. Okay, let's go back to 18. Latoya, explain 18 to Chastity.
so this is a scientific notation. Okay, so it's saying that a number raised to a power between 0 and 1. And it's a choose an answer with two numbers. So 10 to 0 is 10 to the first power.
10
And
to the
then
0. Wait, 10 to the 0 is what, Latoya?
10 to 0 equal 1.
That's right. Any number variable raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. That's a rule.
Yeah, in
Okay.
scientific notation.
Okay.
It's understood.
All right. And 10 to the 1, Latoya?
And 10 to the 1 is equal to 10.
Right.
Any number times 1 give you about the same number.
Right. So the
So the
answer
answer is going to be B. That's the two numbers they're looking for.
Chastity, you okay? 10 to the 0 is 1. 10 to the 1 is 10. So the answer has to be between 1 and 10. Answer B.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you, Miss Latoya.
Just remember that rule. Any number variable to the 0 power is 1. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And number 19. And Latoya said it was an expression. That is true. 7x plus 9 is an expression. You know, it's not a coefficient. Like that's the number in front of a variable. And variables are A to Z. Term is expression within polynomials. And of course, solution doesn't fit here anywhere. Okay. So the answer is D. That's an expression.
Okay.
7x plus 4 is minus 19 plus 5x. 2x minus 14 equals what? Now, what you want to do is take this equation and solve for x. Take this. I want you to take this and solve for x. Let me put that here. Solve that equation for x, which means you want to get all your x's together and all your constants together. Tell me what you get. Give you a few minutes to solve it. Get all your x's on the same side, get all your constants on the same side, get the value of x, then substitute it in this expression, 2x minus 14, and solve it and see where it fits, A, B, C, D, or E. What are you going to do first here? Anybody tell me what are you going to do first?
You're going to minus 4.
Minus 7.
What did you say, Latoya? What would you do?
Minus 4
From what?
from 4 on
Remember-
both sides.
Okay, so, all right, subtract 4 from both sides. Okay. All right, so do that. Let me put that here. So you're going to subtract 4 from both sides. So that's minus 4. And do it on the right side, because to keep an equation in balance, you have to do the same thing on the right as the left. Okay. All right, Chastity, what do you have left on the left side? What's when you yeah, what's left on the left side when you subtract the 4 from both sides?
It's Barbara. When you say from both sides, it's from which sides? Like from what sides?
Both sides of the equation. Both sides of the equal sign.
So this has to do with like rectangles and all of that? No.
With what?
Rectangles?
The
No, right?
the what? What are you saying, Chastity?
No, I'm confused. I'm like, from both sides of where? From what?
Well, this you see when you have an equal here, right?
Okay.
That means you have an equation. You have side A equals side B. This is side A. This is side B. So
Oh,
you
okay.
got it. So I subtract 4 from side A on the left, and I subtract 4 from side B on the right. See the -4 on the left and -4 on the right. And I ask you, what do you have left over on the left side? What do you have left when I subtract plus the -4 from the +4?
Is it um -3?
No, over here. A +4 and a -4 gives me what, Chastity?
A plus and a minus is a plus.
No,
Get
plus and
confused.
minus of the same number is 0. Plus minus of the same number of variable is 0. In other words, let's do this. Okay, plus A minus A equal 0. Plus 5 minus 5 equal 0. In other words, a plus and a minus of the same variable or number is 0. So the +4 and a -4 gives you 0. So what you have here is, and let me just put this here. This will be plus 0. Normally we don't put it there because 0 added gets give you the same thing, right? So 7x plus 0 is just 7x, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just write this. Okay. So
You know,
this,
I'm sorry. I be taking too many, like I be with my math class, and then I take your class in the afternoon, and then the same day again at 4 o'clock, and it's like too much math. I'm like, okay, hold on,
yeah, I
wait,
know you
getting
got math
confused.
overload. I can understand.
Yes,
Yeah, okay. So 7x plus 0 is just 7x, right?
yes.
Now, what do I have on the right, Chastity?
The minus 19 plus 5x.
Now I can combine the 19 and the 4, right? What's a minus 19 and a minus 4?
Minus 4 is 15.
No, a minus 19 and a minus 4.
Minus 19 and a minus 4
What's that equal to?
is a plus.
No, minus add gives minus. So what would a minus 19 and a minus 4 be equal to?
Minus 15.
You subtracting. I say you add. Add the two negatives. What do you get?
Okay, so is 20,
Go ahead.
23.
That's it. It'll be a minus 23. So this will be a minus 23. Okay. So we can take out the okay, so this is what we have right now. Minus 23 plus 5x equals 7x. What do I do next?
Miss Barbara, but why does the 5x goes after? Why doesn't it go like minus 19 plus 5x?
But I can't add a constant to a constant variable. I can't add a 5x and a 19 because I don't know what x
Okay.
is. I can only add constants, I add variables. In other words, I
Oh.
could add 5x and 4x to get 9x, but I can't add 5x to a constant.
Okay.
You follow?
Yes.
I can add a constant to a constant. I can say 4 plus 5 is 9. I can say 4x plus 5x is 9x, but I can't add 5x to a constant. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm left with 7x is minus 23 plus 5x. What do I do next?
So we
I want to
we
get
add
this. No, I want to get this 5x over on the left side. What do I have to do? What do I do to
5x.
both sides of the equation to get my 5x on my left side? What do I have to do?
Do we have to add?
No. Remember, I'm trying to get this 5x over here. So I'm adding 5x here. So the opposite is subtract. So I've got to subtract the 5x from both sides. So you've got to say subtract
7.
5x, no, 5x from both sides of the equation. Okay. Now, if I do that, I'm just going to bring this on the other side so I'll have room. Okay. Okay, let's just copy that here. Now, subtract 5x on both sides of the equation. So let's just do that. Okay. Copy that and subtract out the 5x. So that's going to be minus 5x on the left. And it's going to be minus 5x on the right. Okay. Now, what do I have on the left, Chastity? What's 7x minus 5x?
That's 2x.
That's it. Perfect. Very good. Just subtract the coefficients. 5 from 7 is 2. So I have 2x. Now, what do I have on the right side?
Minus 2. Negative 23.
That's it. Very good. Excellent. Because remember I said this plus and minus of the same value gives 0. Whether it's a constant and a variable, whether it's a constant or whether it's a variable. Same value, I get 0. Sometimes people just say they cancel them out. They add up to 0. So I have 2x equal minus 23. So how do I solve this for x, Chastity? What do I have to do to both sides to just get x on the left side?
0x.
No, I want just x on the left side. So what I have to do to both sides of the equation to get just x left on the left side?
0 times, no, 5 times
No,
5.
no, 2x is a multiplication, right?
Yes.
What's the opposite of multiplication?
Division.
Division, right? So I have to divide both sides of the equation by 2. All right. So I take this equation, the left side and the right side, and divide them both by 2. So let me just put that here and put 2 underneath, divide both sides by 2, and do it on the right, divide that by 2, and put the 2 there because that's division, right? 2, 2. Now, 2x divided by 2 equals what, Chastity?
Mm,
2x,
4x,
no, that's division. What's 2 divided by 2?
1.
1. So 1x is just x, right? I can put 1x, but that's just equal to x, right? So I'll put 1x, you're right, 1x, which is equal to x is equal to what I have over on the right, minus 23 divided by 2. So let's just put this. So x is minus 23 divided by 2. Now, let's take this 2x minus 14, because that's what we're trying to find, and copy it here. And x is equal to minus 23 over 2. So this is going to be 2 times minus 23. And I'm going to put the slash for the division. That's the same thing as the dash, right? So 2x minus 14 is 2 times minus 23 over 2 minus 14. What is that equal to? Chastity, what is that equal to? What's 2 times a minus? Now notice here I put substituted for the x a minus 23 over 2 right here. 2 times a minus 23 over 2 minus 14. What is that equal to? What's that equal to, Chastity?
Mm,
Let me just make this, let's put this.
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's just put this 2 under here. Sometimes switching to the slash makes it more confusing. So what's 2 times minus 23 over 2? What is this expression equal to?
Where you at, Miss Barbara? Hello?
Okay, I'm at 20.
Oh, finally reach home because the car was go.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't want to make no noise in your guys' head.
Oh, okay.
That's
So,
why.
so we're doing number 20. 7x plus 4 is minus 19 plus 5x. And then we want to find what 2x minus 14 equals. So we want to solve this equation for x. So we subtracted 4 for both sides, and we're left with 7x, and the plus 4 minus 4 is 0, minus 19 plus 5x minus 4. On the right side, I've got minus 19 and a minus 4, which is a minus 23. So this is a minus 23 plus 5x. We subtracted the 5x from both sides. All right. And 5x from 7x is 2x. 2x, 5x, and minus 5x is 0. So this is a minus 23. Then we divide both sides of the equation by 2, and we got 1x, or just x, is minus 23 over 2, right?
Yeah.
Then we took the 2x minus 14 and substituted in for x minus 23 over 2. Okay, let me just take this out because I switched to the slash. I take the slash out. Okay, so 2x is 2 times minus 23 over 2 minus 14. Now, Latoya, what is this equal to? What's 2 times minus 23 over 2?
That's a minus 46 over 2.
Okay, 2x okay. This would be minus, okay, 2x minus 14 equal, and you said minus 46 divided by 2. Okay. Or you could have canceled out your 2's, right? And just
Yeah.
got 23.
Yeah.
All right. So this is over 2. And this we added to minus 14.
14.
Okay. So what is that equal to?
You're gonna
That's what's minus 46 over 2.
23.
Okay. Minus, right? Because minus over plus is minus. So minus 23
23.
minus 14. What's that equal to,
14.
Latoya? What's a minus 23 and a minus 14?
That's 9.
No,
No, it's
minus
40.
minus. You got to add
37.
minus 47. Remember, Chester, you've got to add, not subtract. You subtract when the signs are different. Got it?
Okay.
They're the same. A minus minus gives you a minus. Add the 2 and you have a really a larger minus. Okay, absolute value. So that's minus 47. Okay, so 2x minus 14 is a minus 47. So what is the answer?
Mm.
What's the answer?
What's the answer?
A, B, C, or D, or E?
None of the above.
The above?
None of the above. That's right. That's it, because you don't see a
Mm.
minus 47 here. So E is none of the above. All right.
Damn, this problem is long.
Questions? Well, you could have made it shorter, like we're here, Latoya, like I told you here, you didn't have to multiply. You could just cancel
have to
out the
make it
2's
shorter,
and get
Baba.
23. I mean, you take the shortcuts. 2 over 2 is 1. So you didn't have to multiply it out and then divide. You could have just 2 over 2 is 1, and this would have just been 23, and you wouldn't have had this step right here. Okay.
Mm.
Questions on number 20?
Let me see.
Remember with,
I can't find. Oh, question then 20. Oh,
yeah, that's 20 right here. Okay, that's 20. Remember, you're grouping, you're getting your like terms together. So if you have a variable and a number, you want to get those together. And then if you have just constants, you want to get them together. And remember, the key to this is to get them together, you have to do the opposite operation. So if you're adding them, you're going to have to subtract. If you're multiplying, you're going to have to divide. Okay, like here, 2x is minus 23. You're going to have to divide by the 2 to get x, because that's a multiplication side by side.
yeah.
2x means 2 times x. Okay. All right. Remember, this is being recorded, and I'll send you this worksheet with the explanations. All right.
Okay.
Q.
Okay. 21. Which of
Write
the
the
following?
formulas down.
Okay. Which of the following is the least? Now, let me just say here, Convert all of these to decimals, and then you can compare them. Tell me what your answer is.
Which one? 21?
21, yes.
Oh,
Convert them all to decimals and tell me what your answer is. 0.27 is a decimal. All right, you have that as a decimal. That's already a decimal, right?
yeah.
0.27. What 1/4 is what? What is that as a decimal?
0.25.
Zero, that's
A
right, a
quarter.
quarter of a dollar, yeah. 3/8 is what as a decimal?
Oh, copper.
What is 1/8?
Is 8.875?
What?
No.
3/8? 1/8 is 12 and a half.
Oh, it's
So what's 3/8?
creates, I don't remember.
1/8 is 12 and a half. 1/8 is half of a quarter. That's 12 and a half. So what's 3 times 12 and a half?
0.36?
Yeah, 0.37, right?
37, yeah.
Yeah, 0.37. Okay. Is it 375? I think it's 375. Right? Okay, that's 3 divided by 8. Yeah, 3.375. What's 2 over 11? What is that as a decimal?
1 over 11 is so much now.
2 divided by 11. What is that as a decimal?
0.22?
2 divided by 11?
No.
2 divided by 1.
0.11?
No, 2 divided by 11?
I don't remember that one.
No, divide it out. You have the calculator?
No, that's why. Calculate. I don't know where it is right now.
2 divided by 11, Chats, do you have that?
No.
Well, you can do it the long way if you don't have it. You should have your
It's
calculator. That's
0.18. 0.18.
0.18, okay.
God.
0.18. And 11% is a decimal?
0.11.
That's right, 11 over 100, 0.11. Now,
I
which
know
is
one
the
of them was
smallest?
0.11.
Which is the smallest?
B as in E as in egg.
Yeah, this was what? 2 of 11 was what, 1/8? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So the smallest, the answer is answer E. So when you have to compare numbers, and some are fractions, some are percent, some are decimals, get them all in decimal format, and then you can compare them. Okay.
Okay.
So the 0.11 is smaller than all the rest of these. Okay. Okay. 22.
I don't see it, Miss Barbara. Oh.
Huh? Look at 22. Just tell me how you would solve it. Tell me in words how you would solve it.
It's an average problem.
Okay, how would you solve it?
It's a what do you call it thing? You gotta add all of them up, the sum.
Okay. You add them up, you divide by what?
Add them up and divide by 4.
Did you read the problem?
No.
You got to read the problem because you're not dividing by 4. Because remember what it says. You've taken 2 tests in your Algebra 2 class. You made 89, 92, 78, 83. The final is worth 2 test grades. That means you're going to add 2 test grades to these grades. All right. And that's got to be equal to 90. So add those up. You can let X be your 2 grades. Divide by 6 because you have these 4 test scores plus the 2. So it's going to be 6, right?
So let X plus 6 equal.
No. Add these 4 scores plus 2 test grades, which you represented by X. So it's going to be X plus X and divide by 6. So
Can't find no pen.
let me take this and put it here. Okay. So you're going to take these scores, 89. I want you to solve it. I'll set it up
92.
for you. Okay, so that's plus 92 plus 78. Okay, plus 83. Okay, now let X equal to final 2 grades. Right? So this is going to be added to, and since there are 2 of them, it's going to be X plus X. And what is that divided by?
6.
That's right, because now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grades. So that's going to be divided by 6. And what does that have to be equal to get an A? It's got to be equal to 90. Equal 90. Now solve that. Solve that for X.
So what we're gonna do with the X's then, Miss Barbara?
X plus X is what, Latoya?
2X.
2X. So add up your numbers. Plus 2X over 6 is 90 and solve for X. Add these 89, 92,
Yeah, that's
78, 83.
342.
Okay, so let me just put, you've got 342 plus 2X, and that's divided by 6. So let's put our 6 underneath here. And that's equal to what?
90.
That's it. Just what we had before. Equal 90. What do you do next?
We
What's the next step?
gotta divide.
No. What's the next step, Chastity? What would you do next? You have 342 plus 2X over 6 equal 90. What would be your next step? What would you say to do here?
I don't
You got
know.
Latoya,
342 plus. No, you
what would
can't
be
do
your
that.
next step? I'll start you off. Multiply both sides by what?
6.
That's it. Very good, Latoya. By 6. Because you multiply by 6, you're going to have what? 342 plus 2x equal 6 times 90 equal 540. Okay, so let's just write that 342 plus 2x equal 540.
But you didn't do the other side.
What do you mean I didn't do the other side?
I thought you was multiplying 6 times 3.
Well, 6, if I multiply both sides by 6, this 6 is going to be 6 over 6 is 1, right?
Okay.
And I'll be left with 342 plus 2x,
Okay.
correct? And
Yeah,
6
you
times
know.
9 is 540.
Yeah.
So I'll have, let's see, 342 plus 2x. And I'll just put, since we multiplied, let me just put the 540. Okay, what do I do next? Trying to find x.
You gotta subtract.
Subtract what, Latoya? You're right. Subtract is correct. What do I subtract? From both
Oh
sides.
God, help me, Jesus.
Subtract what? You're right. Subtract. I want just 2x on the left side. What do I do, Latoya?
You subtract 342 on both sides.
Right. That's it. 342 from both sides of the
God help
equation.
us.
Okay. All right. So I'll just put this here and I'll put the subtraction. Subtract the 342 on the left side. So minus 342. Do the same thing on the right. Minus 342. What do I get left on the left side, Chastity? Plus 342 minus 342 gives what? Plus minus the same value gives what? Chastity? What was the rule? I told you the plus and minus of the same value, whether it's variables or numbers. What do I get? 0.
Zero.
So what do I have left on the left side?
0.
What's left over here? Once I add a 342, a minus 342 and get 0. What do I have on the left side?
540 minus 342.
No, left side, right here. What's left over here? Plus 342 minus 342 is 0. So what's left on the left side of this equation? Right over here.
2x.
2x, very good. So 2x, and what do I have on the right side?
540 minus 342.
Yes, and what's that equal to?
Um,
Subtract that, what do you get? $342 from 540.
202.
No, 342 subtracted from 540. You subtract
198.
That's it, 198. Very good. Okay, so if 2x equal 198, Latoya, what is x equal to?
99.
That's it, because you can divide both sides by 2. So x is equal to 198 divided by 2 is equal to 99. And what answer is that?
D as in dog.
I'm so sorry.
So that
So that-
means you've got to get 99.
Wow.
That's a lot, right? On those tests to get an A,
Wow.
because you got to really get those high scores because you got a 78 here, right? And an 83.
Yeah.
So you've got to make 99 on those, on the final. It's worth 2 test grades. So you got to make 99 in order to get 90. Okay.
Okay.
For an A. Questions?
This one was interesting.
Yeah, the thing is, when they said 2 test grades, right? That means you got to take the scores they gave you and add 2 more test scores, and we call them X, because the final represents 2 grades. So we've got to put the unknown for 2 grades. That's X and X. And that makes it, instead of 4, we've got now 6 scores, and that must be equal to 90. And then we solve for X.
But you saw they're tricky.
What?
Nobody's gonna realize no 2 tests. They're not gonna know what to do with the X part. They're not gonna know what
But
to do.
Latoya, the final is worth 2 test grades. If you've got these 4 grades here and the final is worth 2 test grades, that means you got to add 2 grades to those existing scores.
Miss Barbara, you think people when I know?
No, you're right.
Understand
You're right.
He's gonna,
No, you're absolutely
do-
right, Latoya. I agree with you. Most
they will
people,
do the numbers because they're gonna think it's an average problem, the sum of, and you just divide by your 4. I
Yep.
never see the part with the 2 test grades yet. I never see that. I've been doing math a long time. I never.
no, you're
encountered that
absolutely
part yet.
right. It's not, for most people, they probably won't think that I've got to put in 2 more scores. But when they say the final is worth 2 test grades, that means your existing tests, you got to add the 2 test grades to that, and that increase your number of tests to 6.
Mhm.
And that must be, when you average those 6 scores, you must get 90. Okay.
Yeah, that's real college math. That's why I meet a lot of people with master's and bachelor degree, and they be like, "Math, I pay for a tutor for you. No, thank you."
Well, yeah,
They
because
say, "I can't help you, Toya. Sorry." They look at the math and be like, "I can't help you. See you." They dump me like a bad boyfriend.
yeah, but you know, the thing is that a lot of the things you do in school that you don't really need in daily life. But one thing it does, it makes you analyze words to get them in terms of numbers. So, and that might be a good thing, you know, to look at the words and pull out the numbers, so that it increases your analytical ability, it increases your critical thinking. So it has its pluses, right?
Like
People
my friend said, "Why you always in school?" I said, "Because math is beating me."
it's not. You're doing well. And Chastity, you're doing well. And I like the way you illustrate your problems like you did on the test. That is really good. That's showing you kind of
But I
seeing the
still need a
math.
lot to learn.
Yeah, I
A
know,
whole lot.
but you've made a really tremendous improvement. You really have. But it's like
Self
anything else, you
props.
gotta practice. All right.
Chastity, you gotta give yourself credit. I'm gonna do better if you're always, so like you're not gonna get it. You're not,
No, but
you gotta always
Chastity's,
think positive.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but we had
That's
get
true, but
some
I
sleep, Chastity.
really, it's hard. Huh?
Do some, write 5 positive things where you're grateful every day. You
Yes,
need
that's
to
true.
journal. You need to journal. You
Yeah,
don't journal. And
yeah.
ask
I
God to
am.
help you where you don't understand. He will help you.
But we had a quiz on number and quantity and the real number system, and Chastity did excellent on it. She really did. And you know, so
Oh,
so that shows you making a lot of improvement, and that's wonderful. Okay, so don't give up on yourself, because you certainly have improved.
I
Okay.
think about Kevin Hart every time. Got the numbers all over the place. I'm like, oh wait,
What was that Kevin Hart? You know, I wrote it down and then I couldn't find it.
night
What
school. It's
night
nice.
school? Night school. Okay, I got to take a look at that because
You watch the movie, you think about me, and that's me right there.
okay. All right. Well, we'll stop here, and I want you to, let's see. We got 20. We only have this goes up to 30, so we only have 8 more problems. So homework, pick any 3 you want to do out of 23 through 30. And meanwhile, I'll probably be sending you another worksheet because we'll
Yeah,
finish
Miss
up
Barbara
this. What's the
beat us
problem?
with math.
No, but we got to practice, practice, practice. That's what
At
makes
least
us
I think
better.
I was happy when you say you was gonna continue, because I was like, oh boy, the class came to an end. I was like, shucks.
We already
No,
done?
yeah,
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 we just on our Miss Barbara asked the extension for us. You see
yeah,
how
Oh
blessed
wow,
we is? Yeah, the
that
mhm,
was
class done
quick.
from last year. It's only
Wow.
yeah,
3 months. It's not no forever.
yeah, yeah.
Uncle Miss
We,
Barbara did that because she said we really want to learn. Not everybody would have take time out to do it.
yes, you're
Yeah.
right.
Other people would have
Absolutely.
gone about their business. They're not sitting down with old age people with grown kids. Please. So I really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, well,
That's why no matter how
Yes,
tired I
I really
am,
do.
no matter how tired I am, I try to come. I'll be
well,
tired a lot of times, but I never miss a class, no matter what.
but it's paying off for you and Chastity because you're seeing things more clearly. You're picking out answers. You determining what operations to do to problem solve, and that's the good, really good part of this, the improvement. You know, no matter what the improvement is, the fact that you're making improvement is a good thing.
That's true,
Okay.
because I couldn't
Hmm.
reach downtown. I would be reaching a class now
Yeah.
by the train and the stuff. So,
Hmm.
Zoom
Hmm.
is a blessing
Yes,
because
it is.
when
It
Yes,
you're
it
out
really
or
is.
it
something to reach
is.
the class,
Oh yeah.
I left
Yeah.
work 5:30, they always have a problem on the B train. So I would
Yeah.
reach on there when class is finished.
And you know, this March, we're into March, right? And
Yeah,
Latoya, you
Yeah.
remember our last time in I was at the Brooklyn site was in March. I think about the second week of March was
yeah,
my last, class in the classroom at the
yeah,
Elm Place in Brooklyn. So I'm just glad we have this opportunity to do it online because it's really working. It really is working. All right. It doesn't work
yeah.
for everybody. Some I have had some students who've had problems with the Zoom, but overall, I would say the majority have adapted to the Zoom platform and are doing well. Okay.
Yeah, because I always ask God, I say, I'm working now 5:30. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like,
Mm-hmm.
God, please open up an avenue for me for, to
Mm-hmm.
still do the math, whatever. And
Yeah.
I was like, because it was doing the mother job, and they
Mm-hmm.
was the one that introduced me to Zoom. I didn't know nothing about no Zoom. And it was so hard in the beginning. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
had to get a DAP, and my son helped me and thing
Mm-hmm.
there so till I could do it on my own now. I
Mm-hmm.
do my church
Yeah.
on my own and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, everything's on
Yeah.
Zoom. Yeah. All the
So
organizations and all. I know I was on Zoom the other Saturday. Uh, uh, my brothers of my Masons who normally have a scholarship
Oh.
dance, and they, they usually have it at a catering place and charge $100 and have a band
Ooh.
and all that and food. And they did it online and they sold raffle tickets and they were still able to give out the scholarships to two
That was
students.
good.
So I thought that was really, really good. Okay. So they
Wow.
adapted to the Zoom platform and made it work.
Yeah, I
you know.
really appreciate you
I
sticking up
like it.
for us, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you know your
So,
assignments, and I will, before next week, I'll be sending you another sheet that we will probably start on the next time when we finish up this sheet, because we only have I think 8 more problems. So
yeah.
we'll finish this up next week, and then you will have another sheet that I would have sent to you, and we'll start on that. We're still on algebra, okay?
Okay.
All right, so long to everybody. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you
Thank
too.
you. Good
Thank
All right,
you.
night.
all
Night,
Good
right,
Mr.
night.
Beckles.
all right.
Good
Good
night. Good night.
Good
Bye-bye.
night. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Barbara.
Yes.
Um, so Diane responded, everybody's off. Diane responded